Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Time with Chris, the channel devoted specifically to movies, movie birthdays, movie reviews, trailer discussions, box office predictions, and some special videos along the way. Now, hey, if that sounds like something that you're into, if you love the movie reviews, if you want the trailer discussions, if you love to compete in box office predictions, if you just love movies, subscribe to this channel. You're going to get all that content and then some. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Malcolm and Marie, which you can find on Netflix. Let me get my handy notebook out. And this movie, rated R, directed by Sam Levinson, and it stars John David Washington and Zendaya. And I've got to tell you, man, talk about a movie that I needed at this particular point in my life. You know how they say, if you're going through like a breakup, it seems like all the songs on the radio are aimed towards you. Well, this movie, this was what I needed at this point in my life. And it was just perfect. I mean, I'm looking at my notes. I don't even know what to say. I have notes in front of me. I have my blog post that I wrote about this movie in front of me. And there are no words to say about how perfect this movie was. So the movie only has two people in the entire cast. John David Washington, who plays Malcolm, and Zendaya, who plays Marie. The movie is filmed entirely in black and white, which I just loved. I don't know. I feel like it brought something to the movie, but it was just perfect. And, you know, the movie was filmed last year during the COVID quarantine. So that's why there's only two people in the entire cast. But let me tell you, I mean, the movie takes place, it's right after Malcolm's movie premiere, his directorial debut. And him and Marie come home. They're together. They're not married yet or anything. But they get home, and that's where the movie starts, with them coming home from the premiere. And the movie starts with what can only be described as the first of many arguments that will last throughout this evening. But what I love about this movie was just how real the movie was. The arguments felt very real. You know, that's a credit to both the script and the actors. But it just felt real. And anyone who's ever been in a relationship before, I think, can watch this movie and relate to it, because they show so many aspects of an argument. How you'll bring things up from the past and how hurtful it is. How you'll just say things. You finally speak your mind and the truth. But when you've been together as long as they have, they've been together like 5 years, and you're in love, you can bounce back from that argument and that hurtfulness and come back to normalcy. The movie truly does show that there is a very thin line between love and hate. And it was just genius. So many things about this movie are genius. The dialogue, the fact that it's in black and white, the comedy in the movie. I mean, I watched this movie. Netflix has its premieres come out at midnight Pacific time. So I watched this movie at about 3:30 in the morning here on the East Coast. So about a half hour after it came out. I watched WandaVision first. But I watched this movie and I literally thought I was going to wake people up because of how loud I was laughing. The comedy in this movie. It's not a typical, you know, Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell kind of comedy. This is comedy because it's real life. There's a scene where Malcolm is trying to find his wallet so he can, get onto his phone and read the first review that's come up for his movie. And just watching that scene is so funny because it's so real. When you watch it, you're like, oh my God, I've done that. I've been there. I've been in his shoes or her shoes before. You know exactly. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. This movie, I've got to say, for this movie, I only have likes written down on my notebook. I liked the truth of it. I liked the reality of it. I liked the acting because I felt for both of them. I understood both points of view. The movie was just perfect. And because it's romance and it's comedy, yes, there's a lot of arguing. This was a real rom-com. A real rom-com. Because you have those typical rom-coms, a lot of them, Matthew McConaughey, The Wedding Planner, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. He's the king of rom-coms. But the thing about those rom-coms is that they're not real. That's a storybook romance. That's the kind of thing you find in romance novels and Disney princesses, That's not real life. This movie is real life. And I love it. This movie, I gave 5 out of 5 stars. This was a perfect movie, in my opinion. Other people are going to knock it. People are going to say, oh, it's not believable. John David Washington and Zendaya. There's like 12-year difference between them. That added something to me because my ex and myself, there's an 11-year difference between us. So I don't know. For me, the movie felt real. Everything about it. The comedy was priceless. The movie is perfect. Check it out. It's on Netflix. I know you either have Netflix or you're borrowing someone's Netflix or you're stealing someone's Netflix. So make sure that you take some time out, especially with Valentine's Day coming up, and you watch Malcolm and Marie because it'll bring you closer to that special someone in your life. I guarantee it. But these are my thoughts on Malcolm and Marie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, make sure you check out the Instagram, Movie Time with Chris, where you're going to see the little snippets of everything that's going to come on the YouTube channel. Speaking of the YouTube channel, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell, because you don't want to miss any future videos that are going to be on this channel. Also, big news, I just published it. I started a blog. So you can find my blogs at movietimewithchris.com, www.movietimewithchris.com, where basically I'm going to be posting whatever you're going to be seeing on the YouTube channel. More in depth though. So if you want to get more in-depth thoughts of what I feel about a movie or even a TV show, make sure you check out the blog. Again, that's www.movietimewithchris.com. And lastly, if there's ever a topic you want to hear about or a movie you want me to review, email me, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. I'm going to check that email multiple times a day. I will not miss your message, and the topic you want to hear about will be in a future video on this channel. But, again, those are my thoughts. Malcolm and Marie, find it on Netflix. And until next time, stay safe and take care.